explain that actually he wants to be a girl. And that was all it took. What does that signal to you?
It wasn't all it took. I didn't just say I want to be a girl and poof, we began the transition. No, it was a process. I had to work with medical professionals. I had a therapist who confirmed that I had gender dysphoria, and it was really not an overnight decision. In fact, it wasn't even a decision at all. It was me marching to the beat of my drum, being my authentic self at a young age, knowing who I am, and everyone just embracing me. I was persistent, consistent, and insistent. I showed my mom that this wasn't just a phase, but that I was intent on living my life as a girl.
Okay, so let's just hold our horses. Let's calm down. We got the freestyle raps going on. And this is how you know that this whole situation is scripted, okay? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Jazz Jennings reacting to Candace Owens, basically talking about Jazz Jennings' whole situation. If you watch my last video, you'll see the origin story of Jazz Jennings. And Jazz talks about the therapist that, they were taken to. Jazz said that the therapist even concluded that he was born in the wrong body. If you look at that therapist, I mean, somebody needed to give that therapist a diagnosis herself. She is just not trustworthy. And furthermore, with a situation so unique at the time, because now everybody's kind of indoctrinating kids into this, but so unique and detrimental and serious. I mean, very just a big decision like that. I would not have went to only one therapist. I would have got a second and third opinion. You know, that's the kind of things you get a couple opinions for and kind of weigh out what's really going on here. If you really want to take this seriously, like in a serious, ethical manner. Now, Jazz says this was not overnight. This is how I presented. Matter of fact, there wasn't a decision made. This is who I was. This is who you were told that you were. Jazz also says that, they were consistent, persistent, and insistent. This is how you know. Nobody talks like that on a regular day. This is how you know that this is a show. It's all for the show, because what does that even mean? Like, not to say what does that even mean. It sounds like a rhyme, like a freestyle, like a rap song.
Girl, and that was who I was. And she listened to me. She didn't force me to be anything. She didn't abuse me in any way. Instead, she heard me and said, my child is hurting. My child is not able to be their true authentic self. How could I help her? And all she did was embrace me. She didn't encourage me. She didn't force me, but she embraced me and followed my lead. I'm very blessed that I was able to avoid male puberty. I'm very blessed that I was able to develop as a woman.
Before we get into the male puberty and developing as a woman, we go back to the mom. The mom accepted Jazz. The mom said that Jazz did the right thing, or the mom was accepting and everything, because Jazz was hurt that he couldn't express himself as the woman that he was or whatever. Again, the mom brought this to you. You take a child. Children are little sponges. You take them, and at home you put them in heels, and everybody gives positive reactions to this kind of behavior. They expect the same thing in school. If this is what's happening for most of the child's life while they're at home, they're expecting the same thing when they go to school, because the adults around them have not told them that they're doing anything wrong, right? And I'm not saying, come on, how many kids have put on their mother's heels, right, when they were like 2? I'm not saying, go you hurt your 2-year-old. That's insane. Just take them out the heels. Like, whoa, it's not even anything that needs to be an episode. Remove the heels off the child's feet. I mean, they could fall like that anyway, right? But again, this child did not understand how come when he went to school, they didn't appreciate him wearing a tutu. So this is where the upsetness, this is where feeling, upset and hurt, all of that kind of pain came in, because again, they were at home. They were taught at home that this is okay. So if it's okay at home, I thought everybody was doing this. That's the thing. There's a lot of children too who will say, like, the Menendez boys, whatever with the crime that they did with their parents. This is not what this show is about. Actually, if you guys want me to talk about that, let me know, because that's quite the story, the Menendez. Anyway, they said that their father was touching them in certain ways. And they said when they talked to their cousins about it, their thing was like, well, doesn't this happen to you? Like, isn't this normal? A lot of kids think that these kind of things are normal because it's happening at home. But this is school. And you see that actually society does not find it appropriate to confuse children at a very young age.
I've always wanted boobies, and I got my boobies. So
Being a woman is not just having breasts. I'm like, you know what I mean? I have a lot of friends who their breasts aren't big. They know that they're a woman. You see what I'm saying? This is not fulfilling. This is not the behavior of somebody who knows what they're getting into. I feel bad too. You know, I do, because Jazz has to keep this type of thinking. Jazz has to keep it all together, or else he will collapse, right? So I got my boobies. That's not what it is to be a woman. It's not just boobs.
I am happy with my body. I am proud to be me. And I just, me saying that right here, right now, should be enough.
I'm happy with my body. I'm sorry, I keep stopping this because it's like the words. I'm happy with my body. That does not make you a woman. And again, this is not a personal attack. There are a lot of women who are not happy with their body, but they're still women. You see what I'm saying? So, and you just want to present as a woman. So you're happy with your body as a woman. You wanted boobs. So you have boobs. This is sad, man, because even me, when I'm repeating this, it's confusing for me almost. And I have experience with psych issues and all of that, but there's a reality that a person has to place themselves into. Excuse me. There's a delusion that a person has to place themselves into in order to stay safe. And so, it's funny because now I'm getting it when it's this is hate speech. Yeah, I guess I would look at it as hate speech too if you're telling me to confront reality. And I know that reality can dismantle me as a person. That's not an excuse to try to censor people, though.
Enough to dispel all of the misconceptions, enough to dispel all of the hatred. I am me, and I just want to be embraced for who I am.
This is that other woman. We showed you the first part, and so now you can dive into what you were going to say before about the prophet, because I'm going to.
You shouldn't be playing Frankenstein with 11-year-olds.
And then she said this.
You deserve to be in prison. If you ask me, this is child abuse, and that is doubly the case if you look at someone like Jazz's parents, who essentially have monetized their child's transition.
Lauren Chen is a G. Okay. Lauren Chen is a G. Lauren Chen is right. And before Jazz responds to this, Lauren Chen is absolutely right. This is definitely, child abuse, especially in Jazz's case, because they've monetized off of this too. You should not play Frankenstein with your kids. This is not anything bizarre. And Jazz makes the faces. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is not bizarre.
So she says the parents monetized their child's transition, and then in that same video, 1 minute later, this is what you see.
Disappointing story, but first I do want to say thank you to today's sponsor.
What do you?
Don't do that. Lauren Chen is monetized for all of her shows. Lauren Chen, matter of fact, that could actually come to me about that one. I'm just laughing a little bit, but Lauren Chen does not base her channel on Jazz. Don't do that. This is not the same thing. And you're not her child. And you're the ones, wait a minute, Jeanette's the one who put Jazz on TLC for this to even happen.
What do you think about that?
Hypocrite, hello. Jazz's parents are monetizing. First of all, we've never been in it for the fame or the money. We do it for the impact to help others.
Yet y'all been in the cameras since you were like 6.
People and to make a difference. But to see you saying, oh, my sponsor, girl, that's so hypocritical. That's a little messy. Let's get real. So it really detracts from everything that you're saying.
It's not just that woman.
No, it doesn't, Jazz. No, it doesn't. Their shows are not. This is the Jazz Jennings show. Okay.
That's one example. With all the
I want to say one more thing. The child abuse comment, I think we were talking about this a little bit, but my parents are not the abusers. People like her are the abusers, to attack our community, to say such negative things, to be so hurtful. I mean, these are kids we're talking about. We should be embracing our youth, not attacking them.
The truth, Jazz, is not an attack. We have to remember this. The truth is not an attack. There's nobody abusing you because they're talking about facts.
Here's one more clip from
That was
this.
good.
Here's one more clip from this dude.
Or did they push Jazz to openly identify in that direction because Jazz was a small child, a very, very small child? All this is incredibly disturbing. Thinking about disturbing things, here's a disturbing one for you. You're going to die. Head on over to policygenius.com/Shapiro and get started with the process.
Jazz, what do you think about Mr. Ben Shapiro?
First of all, Ben Shapiro gets on my nerves. Like, gosh, he's still, oh my God. It's like, you're going to die. I can't take it.
Name is Ben Shapiro, talking about your story, and then right in the middle of it, advertise life insurance and monetize off your experience, and then say your parents are abusing.
Again, he always has those sponsors.
People like him are the problem, not trans people. To promote life insurance after saying that, my parents were abusers and that I was a young child and I didn't know what I was talking about. We don't know what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. It's not like you really care about my life or the lives of the LGBTQIA plus community. So why are you promoting life insurance in the middle of a video talking about us? Like,
I feel bad because I actually do care about you, Jazz. I do. I don't know you, but I do care about you because I care about humanity. And this is not me being a hippie leftist, one of those like I'm going to save the world. No. I know I can't save the world, but I care about humanity in a sense that I think that everybody has the right to hear the inconvenient truth. I think it's wrong that your parents took you at 2 years old and started this experiment with you. Sometimes I wonder again if they made you just for this, and you do too. You wonder these things too. I have other episodes coming up, guys, that you'll see the medicine cabinet for Jazz. It's out of this world, the amount of pills. It's to maintain and sustain. For this person to be taking this many pills to, quote, live a normal and happy life, it is antithetical to like the movement, period, right? It's an absolute oxymoron. I'm happy. I'm living happy. Let me get my 16 pills for the day in order to live happy. Like, I'm confused as to how one thing adds up to the other. And it's sad, really. Like, before I used to go into this with a lot of anger and more, like, man, these people are not right. And they're still not right. But I actually want to bring like the compassion, represent the Lord, and like say like, yo, I do care about you. I don't know you. I feel bad that this happened to you. And I understand the role you have to play in order to keep your life sustained, in order to stay alive.
Boy,
for
bye.
real now, boy, bye. My parents have never abused me in any way whatsoever. And I'm here saying that now. I love my parents. I love them so much.
I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.